I was not planning to film tonight, man. I actually just filmed a sponsored video a couple hours ago. I was gonna edit it, send it to them for approval, but I want to film another raw video because there's something that I've been reflecting on a lot lately, and it's just my journey, man. And pretty much the message today is not giving up. It's super cringy, super cheesy, but it is the most real thing possible because any amount of success, you will want to quit like hundreds of times. So let's just do a story time to really talk about this. Let's go back to 2019. 2019, I just sold everything I own. I broke up with my girlfriend of 3 years, saved up $10,000, sold my car, everything, and I moved out to Bali, Indonesia. And I had a dream. I was going to start an online fitness business. But here's the thing. No one was doing it at the time. And I know a lot of you guys might say, oh, 2019, it was getting popular. No. It was still very low key. No one was really doing super well unless the key is you already had an audience. I did not have an audience. I did not know how to really get this going. So I started off trying to take really aesthetic influencer posts, and it started getting attention. And I started getting a couple clients, but then I got into a relationship, completely let my looks fall, and my business suffered. So I was in this relationship for 6 months, and essentially I started going broke. I did all of this, and I set out on this dream to start a fitness business, and it failed in a year. And then I went to Ukraine. Now this was right before COVID. So I go to Ukraine. I just went through most of my savings. I still don't have any clients. A year later, I completely failed, and then COVID happens. Now, obviously, everyone was freaking out during COVID, and me especially, because at this point, this was like the line. So when I was in Ukraine, I could have gotten a charter flight out back to my home country. I could have gotten on a sweet flight, gone back home. A year later, gone through all my savings, had a couple cool stories, and that's the end of it. You know, I get a normal job again, I get another relationship, and I'm going back to my boring life, not really accomplishing anything, what I set out to do. But here's the thing, man. If you have a big goal, it doesn't even have to be that big. If you just have a goal and you quit before you do it, respectively, you're the biggest bitch in the universe. Like, how can you not follow through with the promise you made to yourself to keep going? Like, you want to quit, no one gives a fuck. It's gonna get hard. You're gonna get super lonely. When I was in Ukraine, I didn't speak to anybody in English for a year. I'm not exaggerating. People don't speak English in Ukraine. The only people I'd speak to in English was via video chat. A couple family members, a couple clients that I had. But when I was in Ukraine, it was that decision. I could have stayed there and actually figured out how to do this fitness business, or I could have been a bitch, gone back home, and quit. That's what quitting is. You don't want to do the hard thing. But no, I stayed in Ukraine. I would have emotional breakdowns every single night. I couldn't sleep. I would stay up every single night until the sun was rising, and I didn't know how to start a fitness business. So literally, I would post shirtless photos, and I would do like the follow unfollow method, and I would message like 1,000 people every single day, see if they needed help with their fitness goals. And after a month, I remember this, it was May of 2020. I set like little tiers of what I'll buy myself after I get so many clients. And I remember I hit 25 new clients in a month because I got obsessive. I was not sleeping. I was depressed. I hated everything about my life, but I refused to quit. That's the thing, man. You cannot fucking quit. What are you doing right now with your life? You have goals, you have dreams. Why haven't you done them? Why are you quitting, bro? And just half-assing something is the equivalent of quitting. If you're not going full dick on this, you've quit. Full dick is, you gotta fully penetrate. I have a term, I haven't really said it on YouTube, but a lot of people, they just put a little bit of the tip inside of it. They try a little something. No, whatever you do, man, if you want to work out, if you want to get built like a Greek god, don't just work out once a week, diet a little bit better, go all freaking in. You need to level up, man, whatever goals you have. And then since then, I cannot tell you how many things have come up, how many issues with family where I need to send people money, I need to do this. There's been so many issues where sometimes the question comes up, like, should I just quit all of this, kind of go back to a normal life, blah, blah, blah. But man, you cannot quit. You've gotten this far. Whatever your goal is right now, whatever your dream, whatever you want to do with your life, you can't quit. You have to keep going. I have no respect for anybody who quits. The only form of quitting is redirecting. So like A to B has to always stay the same. The first goal has to remain the same, but how you get there is going to continuously evolve. So you do one thing, you fail. What do? You don't quit. You find another way, and then another way. Anyone who's ever invented anything, any entrepreneur, anyone who's ever done anything noteworthy, they literally fail hundreds, thousands of times. And most people, they have such a low threshold. Like one little failure, one little bump in the road, they're like, I'm gonna go back home so mommy can cuddle me. Stop this, man. There is no cuddling, there's no comfort. You have to keep going once you make a promise to yourself. If you promise to yourself you're gonna do something specific, you do not quit until you do that thing. I don't care if you fail. I don't care if you humiliate yourself. It's the worst thing that's ever happened. Get back up and keep going. I wasn't planning to yell this much or this turned into a motivational rant, but I hate quitters, and I just want you to know, if you quit, you're a bitch. You got to get back up, man. You got to keep going and keep evolving no matter how many times you fall. That's it. That's the message for today. I love you. It's Saturday. It's midnight. I'm not posting for the next week, so I'm going out of town on vacation. I've been working 7 days a week, 80 hours a week. I need a vacation. So I'll see you guys next week.